unfortunately requires you to kill him and a number of his knights. Anyways, since you already hopefully, ran right through this area, and then you should have access to all the bonfires, which will leave you considerable head start when you're having to go through here multiple times. Warp to the outer wall, and continue on, I guess. Right, just run past all these fine gents again. There's an item over there. I'm gonna skip it temporarily to de-aggro these things. Pick up that item. Dogs here. Seems there's I thought there was an invisible enemy there. Won't be the first time. There's an enemy here, though. Originally blocked off by ice. Nice. Air powder. Probably won't ever need it past this point, as none of the bosses that I know of will cause your weapons to degrade very quickly. Anyways, door here on the right. Should probably just go ahead and close it right away to block that guy from entering. As well as the guys behind the boxes, should they happen to become aggressive for some reason. Alright, there's a sorceress there. You can just ignore her. She doesn't aggro onto you most of the time. These things can be staggered in 2 hits. Just go ahead and kill them. Not even a problem. And these chests are mimics. There is one up ahead, though. I'll point it out, though it's a ways ahead. It's in the room with 5 or 6 chests that we skipped by earlier. It should be just past the second bonfire of the area, not including the one we're gonna go access. Nice. Drop down here. I think this gives you the Dark Clutch ring, not this body, but the one underneath the tree. Again, there should be a sorceress. There she is. Dark Clutch ring increases your dark magic attack power. Well, fell off there. The damage of your sorcery is not your dark weapons, unfortunately. This elevator is now accessible. There's some, like, ice porcupines, maybe snow hares, I don't know. Over on the right, you just run past them. They aren't guarding anything important. There's a ladder around here on the right. Ignore the hexer for the time being. Become relevant in a minute. There are 3 bolt stones inside that chest, by the way. You can access them once you've the bonfire and kill the dark spirit. Also, that little tiny projectile was the thing that those sorceresses shoot at, I'm pretty sure. Or it's similar. Yeah, I can't use it. Here's the Hexer. He's normally quite intimidating in a group, but on his own he's not so bad. If he hits you one of his dark attacks, the one he just used, then he'll slow you. That's not so bad. Find space. Heal back up to that, so it seems the other enemies are closing in. Press it to kill him. There we go. This thing decided to aggro. Alright. And the Hexer won't respawn. The human characteristic about the Hexer, like the other dark spirits that I mentioned earlier, is that when he kills you, he'll bow at you. Speaking of dark spirits, there's one right here. Probably the most annoying one in the game. Yeah. See what he did there? He tried to befriend you. If you let him, then he'll just stab you in the back. So you want to kill him. It's quite annoying, actually. Yeah, he's running away. Well, does he know there's nothing over there? Well, he's off doing his thing. You can go open this chest right here. Never mind, I forgot about that thing right there. Yeah, those things will deal contact damage to you just by your touching them. It doesn't matter if you attack them or if they attack you. They'll just take damage by standing near them. So, make sure to kill them in a very swift manner. It usually takes about 2 hits. This place sure is a lot easier without having to worry about the dark spirit. These things aren't too tough on their own, which is why you always see them in groups or with other people. There's another one up there, but it shouldn't be too big a problem. These things are basically the new skeleton wheels in this game. Gonna wait for him to attack, then go for the chest. Or just keep buffing, okay? Yep, 3 bolt stuns. Alright, that was a really small drop icon. Or indicator. Anyways, Dark Spirit be up here again. Just try to kill him. Not sure why he tried to run over that or down the stairs last time. He's pretty good at dodging. Let's admit though. If you can manage to stand in the doorway, then you can block him and just perma-kill him. But I didn't manage to get that there, so. I shouldn't be seeing him again. Or at least not for a while. Drop down here, number of items. And there is a covetous demon, like the one back in the Harvest Valley. and it's just about as unintimidating as always. But still. It's probably gonna go. Yep, it's going for its roll attack. Just attack the lower third of its tail and it'll never give you a problem. The only thing you have to worry about then is its roll attack, which is very well choreographed, and its tail slam, again, to predict and avoid. And there it is. There'll be another one of those snow hares around here. Or a couple of them, actually. Just run past them, and there should be a shortcut up here on the left. If you take the right-hand path, it'll lead you to the first Eleum Loyce Knight. That is optional for the boss, which we avoided temporarily. For good reason. Because if you try to take on the boss with only one knight, then you'll have to deal with constantly spawning enemies, which makes the fight about, well, 10 times more difficult. Since that it's near impossible. Right, there's a Ferris Logstone. And an elevator up. Enemies can't follow you in here, by the way. You can kill or farm the golems, actually, for a Twinkling Titanite. For about a 50-50 shot at a Twinkling Titanite. Pretty sure they respawn. I've never had to backtrack, so I wouldn't know, but if they do respawn, it's a great source of farm. Well, it's a great place to farm, because there are like 5 in that area. And you can attack them while they're not activated. It takes a really long time to kill them, but it's well worth it if you are trying to get to inside that. That's just crimson water right there, and besides, enemies. Up the stairs, and here's your Eleum Loyce Knight. 2 more to go. As soon as you enter in, just say hello, and then use Homer Pun out. Okay, that's 1 of 3. 2 more to go. Want to warp to the abandoned dwelling bonfire. You probably noticed I didn't spend my souls. I know this place pretty well, so I'm pretty confident, but it's probably not a bad idea to go level up. Ahead are the 6 normally frozen chests that we skipped before, one of which is a mimic. It's the one on the far right. Probably gonna try and kill it first. It's that guy. There's a door here. Open it. There's gonna be a guy inside over there. Just immediately turn and close it. Yeah. These things aren't too tough on me. And normally you can see a mimic trapped in ice. Well, assuming you didn't destroy the curse already. There's nothing amazing in these chests, but they're free chests, so why not? Oh, older rate life gems, never mind. Okay, I take it back. These chests actually contain some really good stuff. Yeah, definitely. All that stuff is really rare. And valuable for sure. Anyways, keep running. for a looting trip. There's going to be one more place to loot. Here on the right. You can see those knights. They aren't aggroed because normally they're invisible. So you don't have to worry about people attacking them. Yeah, and they do try to activate... Oh. They do try to activate these giant ballistas, which makes them considerably easier to kill the second time around when they aren't near invisible. Anyways, using the Ferris lockstone from earlier, put it into this mechanism. And you'll get to the hood that's of a dark spirit that you can encounter over in the Dark Lurker's Dark Chasm of the Abyss, that area of the game, and it will increase the length of your bow shots, I believe, or your arrows. Oh wait, nearly forgot. There's one more frozen chest. It's going to be over here on the left. It should be an easier time getting through. Down on the left, making sure not to drop down to the right. Over here is a guy, a body. No, just a body. The guy follows. There's nothing over here on the right, just a guy. So I pass this guy. Up the ladder. There should be a shortcut at the top. So that way you don't have to go through that entire section again. See where it leads? It's right in front of the big doors. There's a body. Oh, yes. Well, not a bad idea to go ahead and equip this silver cavern. And not die, of course. Dying isn't recommended. Drop down. Drop down again. But don't drop down again. There'll be a ring here over in the left-hand room, which gives you a slight resistance to all elements. Drop down here. Turn around. Kill this guy. And heal. Probably saw a small amount of movement. There are 4 ice dogs over in this room here. You don't have to kill them, but there's a chest here. There you have it. This one is a mimic. Just ignore that thing. Oh, by the way, the small sign that keeps appearing to the right of my little white cat icon, just below my stamina bar, it means that you can't be invaded here. It's probably a good indicator that you will be invaded by a dark spirit, like that one right there. So, how do you counter? Well, you run back to this room over here. There's an elevator room. Try not to touch the elevator. Otherwise, there'll be a big bottomless pit right there. Equip a good bow. Definitely a short bow. Probably a lightning one in this case. Coming over from the last video, we have the Dex Ring, which allows us to use bows. Effectively, of course. Now you can just snipe at her from across the map. Kind of a cheap way to fight, but it works. Of course, you have to get within range. Actually, scratch that. Let's see. Of course, her sorceries don't have that kind of range. Alright, now that she's baited over here, just go kill her. Gotta intercept that one, otherwise would have died. That thing doesn't have nearly enough range. Let's go ahead and change up your helm again. Won't ever have to use a bow again, most likely. Let's de-equip this. Make a binding. These guys again, stun locked with 2 hits. And here's the last Eleum Loyce Knight. Again, he just homeward bones away, so you should do likewise. Now then, now that all the knights are collected, make your way back to the throne room. Make sure you have, actually, probably not a bad idea to use a human effigy. The boss fight is quite tough, as well as the area leading up to it. Alright, I did remember which one I missed. I didn't collect the last one. You have to warp to the inner wall, and we completely missed this area. I can't believe I forgot about it, but nah, only played through this like twice, so you can run past this room. There's a mimic there on the left, actually, forgot about that one. There's a room above here where there are 3 golems. Note that killing a golem will release its soul into the air, meaning that if you kill a golem, then it'll just spawn in another one in its place. Really are hellbent on getting the chest on the center of those golems, or if you really just want to kill them, you can just do this. Never mind, I fucked it up. You just want to get them all down as low as you can, and then kill them all. We'll just try and kill them all in one fell swoop before they keep reviving each other. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with somewhere in the range of 1 to 2 golems at a time. Get over here to this guy. Now he should be free to join you for the boss. There's this shortcut right here. This takes you to Ava, or up to the throne room again. We're gonna be heading up that way anyway, so why waste a homeward bound? Now that should be all 4 Eleum Loyce Knights. Yes, nearly forgot. One last thing before the boss. This is optional, by the way, but it will keep your knights alive a little longer, which is essential considering they're basically the key to this fight. You'll need about 6,000 souls. I think the ring over here costs about 5,500, and it's the red eye ring, which will make it more like, or make enemies more likely to aggro onto you.
Just because.
6,700. De-equip the ring of binding, you won't be needing it. Notice how it makes your eyes red. It's a very literal ring. Go over to the fog gates, which drops in into the boss. This area is very reminiscent of the... what am I thinking of? The Lost Izalith area, and the Demon Ruins from the first game. It's basically just a giant underground pit of lava with a tree just sprouting limbs for some reason. If you move your camera while you're falling, then it'll automatically flick it to the ground there. Anyways, there should be a pyromancer that spawns in this location more often than not. Just go ahead and put as much damage into them as possible. Pyromancers in this area are just annoying as hell. And you do a lot more damage than your knights, so... Also try to keep as many Estus Flask uses as you can for the boss. You want at least 6, I would say. Oh, there's another pyromancer. So you see that knight I was glowing white? He's going to freeze that portal, making it so that way enemies can no longer spawn there. Which is hugely important for not only right now, but for the upcoming boss, which will spawn out of a giant portal far in the arena. Pyromancers. I wasn't intending to die there. Well, I wasn't expecting to die there. I would have gone off another hit or two on those guys, and then would have rolled away to heal. But the Pyromancer just shot its ranged attack in and destroyed me, so... That's what you gotta deal with Pyromancers. They have a lot of ranged attacks. Thankfully, the Pyromancers always seem to spawn out of that one portal, so... you shouldn't have a tough time with it. As long as you get them right out of the gate. Flicks immediately down. No idea how you managed to survive that drop, by the way. Right on cue. It's okay if you take a little bit of damage to these guys. Just make sure to take out the Pyromancer. The other two aren't a problem, just let your knights handle them. Additionally, if you somehow manage to clear this area too fast, then the boss will spawn in, and the knights won't destroy they won't freeze the portal shut. Yeah, I'm gonna die if I don't back off. Meaning that you'll have to deal with the boss and a portal for the start of the fight, until one of the knights decides to go over and freeze it. Pyromancer. Kill him. Aggroed onto. Alright, that's one down. Additionally, if you stand behind these giant icicles, then, or not exactly icicles, but, you know, chunks of ice, then you'll have a great opportunity and place to heal. Okay. necromancers. This is why I gotta deal with them. If you are going to be as aggressive on this fight as I am, you probably don't have to go over and... Or, excuse me, you probably don't have to click the red eye, right? Sorry, I was a little distracted. As you're going to be probably doing a good deal of fighting. The point of this ring, also, 2 of the portals now frozen shut. The point of equipping this ring is to keep your knights alive, so that way they don't die mid-fight. And leaving you with a portal which will constantly spawn enemies. Yeah, it's another one that arranged. I think I'm actually going to leave this to the 2 knights. One of them is going to go over and freeze the portal shut. Like I said, you gotta make sure those portals are shut before you kill all of these guys. Yep, there he is. Now we're good to go. This guy is not likely to die on this. Not that it matters. He's going to insta-die to the boss. Just because the boss is insanely powerful. These guys have like no armor. Alright, now the giant portal will rise up. Have about 5 SS flash uses. That should cover it. You want to let your knight die to the boss. Oh, and additionally make sure to equip your red eye ring with the proper ring. Why not this one? Yeah. Rip pieces. Alright, this boss is basically a mixture between the Elan Knights and the Fume Knights. In terms of strategy, you want to be rolling past his left side. Your right, of course. Just by doing what I'm doing, you just want to roll right past it. You don't want to roll into it. Exactly. Strategy is basically just keep rolling. If he does his buff, you can get off quite a few attacks. He's probably going to use it right now. Yep. So why does... I don't know what he's trying to set. Oh yes, back up. He does his AoE. It's just the same as always. He does that attack really. So you can just dodge past it on the left. It's doing it. Dodge it on the left. It's the one attack I know of that you actually need to dodge past on the left. It's more than half dead. It's just 5 seconds. Combo. Wow. Yeah, the boss itself isn't too bad, it's just the area up to it. It just takes a really long time. So. It takes a very long time for that to wear off. Probably just wait for him to buff again. And get the kill, but it's the fun. You know? Good. And that's the boss. And the end of the DLC area. So, I'm gonna go back and talk with, forgot her name. I think she was Valencia. By grabbing the crown and taking the way back. And then, there isn't really anything past this. She basically just thanks you for putting her king to rest. She mourns the sacrifice of her knights and their eternal pain.
You've now looked the I've and with their souls I pray.
Oh yes, she's also going to stay here and look over the chaos for all of eternity, basically, to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. She might put her spell back over the kingdom. It's hard to say, really, but she's going to do what she can to prevent its spread into the real world, or the outside world. Anyways, with that is the end of the video and the end of the guide series. So hopefully you enjoyed the guide, learned something from it. You should probably go and try it yourself. It's actually a very fun game. If you weren't enjoying it already, trust me, it's a lot more fun to actually play it yourself. That being said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Probably Borderlands 2 is my guess, but until then,